What are voting rights for preferred shareholders? Generally, what separates common shareholders and preferred shareholders is voting rights, but sometimes these preferred shares will have voting rights attached to them. The most common form is that the preferred shareholders are allowed to vote alongside the common shareholders as if they were common shareholders, or pursuant to whatever conversion ratio the preferred shares converts into common stock, if it's one preferred for one common, or five preferred for one common, or 1 to 5, whatever the ratio, the voting rights might establish the ability of the preferred shareholder to vote as if they held common stock. This is the most common provision. Now, other voting rights that might be attached to preferred shares concerns whether the preferred shareholder is considered a class of voting stock for approval of certain matters or for election of specific seats on the board of directors. This is another common voting provision and protection that is establishing a dedicated seat on the board whereby this class of preferred investor can elect that seat on the board. And identifying specific corporate actions whereby majority approval or unanimous approval or whatever of that particular class of preferred investor is required before that action can be taken by the company. Now, one notable thing there is generally the voting rights attached to preferred shareholders does not take away or diminish the rights of common shareholders. In fact, many states, particularly California, state that you cannot eliminate the voting rights of common shareholders, particularly with regard to issuing additional equity in the company. So you can't have a preferred class of shareholder that has sole approval rights or sole authority to authorize and issue additional shares in the company. So with that being said, there are state law provided limitations on the extent to which you can allow preferred shareholders voting rights to eclipse that or somehow diminish the rights of common shareholders. But in general, this is what it means when you have voting rights attached to preferred shares.